All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Okay. Just getting set up. Make sure we're all dialed in. Okay. So Friday, we had that sell in NASDAQ on Friday. Price, for the most part, just testing the lower portion of this range that has been in play for my entire lifetime. Uh, and now during the overnight session, we have a gap higher. So test support, bounce during the overnight session, back into monthly volume point of control, last week's volume point of control, and just shy of the 24,700 level of interest. What I'm going to be looking at here for this morning is how price responds to 24,700 with the monthly open right in that area, 24,682. Over the past few days, we do have a sequence of lower highs. And so if price rejects 700 right here, I'll be looking at how price responds to 600 and then down into 500. Basically like this. Oop. Or like this. Grab another one of these, path of price, right? Like this. Okay. There's two trade ideas. Or break up above 700 and the overnight high. Go like that. It's kind of the three primary ideas that I'm looking at for this morning. Pretty straightforward. Going to be keeping a close eye on volume, of course. We want to see some elevated volume. We have oil down during the overnight sesh. That inverse correlation with oil continues to be pretty strong. We have ES up almost 1% this morning. I haven't even looked at the small caps. Yeah, small caps are up. Yep. And then let's see Dow. Dow's up. Dow's up as well. So some market wide bounce this morning. Range trading continues. I mean, it's what else is there to say, right? Sideways range. Sideways range. So three primary ideas on watch this morning, all contingent on how price responds to 24,700. We've got the overnight high right in this area at 688. Extended hours volume point of control from the overnight sesh is way down near 500. And then from the overnight low up into the overnight high, the 50, if price is going to retrace, that 50 sits right near 500 as well. So we will have a gap higher this morning, but still within prior day's range. So I don't personally consider that a true gap. 1 minute till the open. As always, we're just looking for that A plus opportunity. We just want to follow our plan, follow our frameworks, and respect our rules for today. Day by day, following our rules. That's the goal. That's the goal of the disciplined trader. Okay, here comes the open. Let's see that open. There's your open. 24,655. Okay. Yeah, Gabe, haven't rolled yet. Pretty much auto roll whenever the volume is larger in the should be the June contract that we're going into. It'll either be tomorrow or Wednesday. So, but right now still in the H contract. Little retest of overnight high right there, 688. Looks like we do have a 10 a.m. print this morning. Probably going to be lower impact. NASDAQ retesting overnight high. So we want to see how this overnight high up into 700 area is going to be treated. If price can break above and then show some sort of structure based entry, I'm definitely interested. Or 695, 696. Or 700. Volume has already fallen off. already. ES has not broken above overnight high. No volume in ES either. Fresh highs being made. The buyers are definitely in this thing. We'll see if an entry materializes. It's pretty clear if price can hold above 700. Next level is prior day high in the 800 level of interest. Kind of an uneventful open here. Price pulling in just a little bit. See if it reclaims 700. Look at the volume. Talking about 20% of the average at this time of day. That is pretty bad. Pretty bad. This next 5-minute bar is about to close. Betting volume is trash. Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's horrific. Last 1 minute was 700 contracts. Of course, we have to consider it is contract roll week. So some of the volume is going to already be rolling into the next contract. There's definitely a consideration. Let's check the difference between the two really quick. CH. And M, of course, it shows elevate. 700-ish. Okay. 800. Okay. Okay. Critique FOMC this Wednesday. Yep, that is true. For right now, I'm watching 700, 24, 700, and I like to see structure above. Show me some structure above 700. Till then, still just cash. Chilling. There's potentially a little lower high at the overnight high. The D-wall specialty. Man, I haven't seen D-wall in a while. Where's D-wall been? ES with a little lift here. Session highs. Up above the 00, 6700 on ES. See that higher time frame. Okay, that's just mirroring. Same as NQ. $15 minutes into the sesh. What a snoozer of a morning. It's Monday for you. It is still an inside day, of course. And so far, price has yet to really trade outside of that opening 5 minute bar in a meaningful way. So that can be a good barometer for this morning. Retest of 700. Right from the regular trading hours volume point of control. And this is probably going to be the fib buy zone. I would guess, just eyeballing it. Yeah. Fib buy zone, RTH point of control. Okay, so fresh highs, good uptick in volume. Let's see if I could have some entry right through here. Yeah, ES definitely a little bit stronger this morning. Fresh highs 24,735. So, like we mentioned earlier, above 700 really opens up into prior day high, which currently sits, I think it's 805. Yeah, 805.25. Just need an entry. Need an entry. Anyone trading yet? Cash, cash, cash. Okay. Same page. Cash as well. Okay. Right back into that 700 area. So buyers would want to see this spot hold. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Oh, that is not a good look. Stop down beneath overnight high. Treat that as a zone. Zony. Good old Zony. That's what we used to call people from Arizona. When you live in California and people from Arizona come to vacation or whatever, that's a Zony right there. PJ, little RTY scalp. Solid. I haven't even looked at RTY this morning. Michael went long at 6.716. That's a little late for the strategies I trade anyway. But just trade your plan, right? That's all you can do. So here's overnight high being retested. This spot has to hold 688. Probably could have grabbed a fourth. Structures are a little compressed. ES is pulling in a little bit as well. I'd like to keep an eye on overnight high down into 6,700 on ES for a potential bounce idea. Volume definitely not helping. Are we seeing more volume in M? Not really. 700, 600. Okay. So here comes the stop. Worthwhile attempt. Well within my playbook. Can't control the outcome. Pretty much all there is to say about trades that get stopped, right? So as long as you are respecting your process. If you're just rolling the dice, trading random things, and that's a different story entirely. We do still have that 10 a.m. data print outstanding. I suspect that'll be low impact, but still want to have that awareness nonetheless. Session point of control now above current price point. See right there at 706. I think some of the volume this morning is already rolled into the June contract, so that's having an impact. But it's Monday with an inside day and FOMC later this week. And here's the stop. Oh, tease. But right now, the H contract is showing like 400 contracts, 500 contracts trading per minute, which is just insanely low. Bumping into volume point of control again here, RTH point of control. PT1, not bad. First peel, not PT1 rather. And session highs is technically first target. 735-ish. I'll front run it a little bit just based on volume. There it is. And then after that, we'll just bring this right here and see if the runner wants to go. So from nearly stopped to a profitable trade, that's a good example right there, a live example of why I keep a little bit of a buffer on my stops. So I always follow a market structure based stop, but then I'll put a little bit of a buffer. So not just beneath the signal bar, but with a little bit of buffer. The yellow line, I don't know if you can see it down here, but it's ATR on whatever chart I have on at the time. So there's 30-second, ATR is 15. So usually I like to include that little buffer just to avoid shakeouts if possible. And in this case, it actually helped keep me in the play. So we'll lift this a little bit. Just beneath 720. Really what I want to see here is price holding the highs. Also, just keeping in mind we are coming into data. PJ played myself a bit close there. Got stopped. All good. All good. On to the next. As long as you're sticking with your process. Remember, that's what we care about. And there's the trail. Just before data. We'll take it. Data in 25 seconds here. So start the day with a very small win, 20 points. We'll see what the next opportunity is. Volume is just brutally light. It's FOMC week. It's contract roll week. There's a lot of reasons to be doing less right now. A lot of reasons. There's data. Look at the difference between the micro here and NQ. NQ hit 682. The micro did not. So price just retesting overnight high. It's right back into that same spot, but volume's kind of keeping me out here. I want to see, I really want to see a stronger extension away from this area. Yeah, Catrick, the perfect sign to not trade right there. Catrick says, been staring at these charts like a goldfish all day already. Can't really make sense of anything. Maybe a sign to not trade. Exactly. Exactly. As traders, we always have the choice, right? It's always a choice. Putting on risk is a choice. So if something is not clear or you don't really see your A plus setup and you put on risk anyway, that's a choice. One that you will probably regret later. Boredom trades. The boredom trades can kill. The boredom trades and then the trades where you're just trying to hit your daily target on whatever prop firm you're using. They all have like $150 or $200 for an active trade day. Forcing a trade just to hit that, bad news. Bad news. Thinking I'll just grab. Let me just grab. Let me grab a mini right here. Let me grab one mini, and we'll just take it for 5 points or whatever it is for $150. Oh man, yeah, yeah, that never ends well. I'll just grab a quick mini, get my 150, and then I'll just call it. Be fine. Next thing you know, it's like 4 hours later. You're sweating through your shirt. The account is on the brink of being blown. Oh yeah. I've lived I've lived that one. Oh geez. When we lose our mind, our ass follows. Rich, yes. Spot on. Spot on. It's crazy what those targets will do to the mindset, like those active trade day targets or even a lot of them, when you get 1 or 2 days away from payout, or you're about to hit like max payout or whatever it is. You're so close that you could taste it, and then it just slips away. That's why it's so important. You really cannot focus on those things. You just got to focus on trading well, and then almost just like you almost just kind of stumble into the max payout, right? It's like one day you look and you're like, oh, I could take max payout. But if you are consciously focused on it every single day, typically, at least from my own experience, it does not go well. It'll loosen the grip a little bit. It's designed that way to keep you cashing in. Yep. Yep. Those rules were not made to benefit us. That's pure facts right there. 100%. This is pretty uneventful here. My goodness. Josh learned that lesson 2 weeks ago, got close to passing an eval and ended up blowing the account. Yeah, I think we've all been there. Definitely. That's a relatable one for most traders. All right, Rich, good call. We'll see you tomorrow. So NQ, another little micro bounce there from 700. We can see that the level is being respected, but the other conditions that I like to see are not lining up. So I'm passing on those opportunities right now. I mean, if this really just kind of looking ahead, if it just ends up being this one small scalp today, based on what we're currently seeing, I would have no problem with that. We got to recognize when conditions are unfavorable to our edge and just be willing to do less on those days. All right, Ethan, take care, man. We'll see you tomorrow. I might be calling it early myself if this continues. Let's give it at least another 10 minutes. Fresh highs being made right there. Stream sacrifice might be required. Hey, if that gets things moving, I would do it. I would do it. Do the power shut off thing again. Oh, Albert. ES marking fresh highs as well. Let's see. Let's see what else is out there. RTY. RTY intraday looks exactly the same as NQ. It's a nice bounce versus prior day high. Let's check out YM. YM up through prior day high as well. And let's see ES. Yeah, ES just mirroring NASDAQ here for the most part. Let's check oil just for fun. Oil down to 93. Oil started the day with a nice spring setup right there into target at session high. Oil likes to respect the whole dollar. 94, 95, 93. Psych levels. Psychological levels. And NASDAQ about 40 points away from prior day high. Look at the 5 minute. A lot of overlap there, a lot of barcode on the 5 minute. Just kind of drifting higher. The drift. And that next 15-minute bar is getting ready to close. It's like a doji so far. Staying patient. 15-minute close as a doji. And Q slow grind. Yeah. More than likely, this will be an inside day. As of right now, it's just pure drift higher. Low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, potentially higher low. But when we look at the 5 minute, you can see how most of these bars are just overlapping, and price is still within that prior day's range. Fresh highs, just about fresh highs being made. No urgency in this price action. Yeah, there's no volume here. No volume. It's just kind of drifting, right? So for me personally, these are lower probability conditions. This is price action telling me to do less. Stay cash. Don't trade. Don't trade. That's what price is telling me. So just staying patient, let some time pass, see if volume comes in or not. But yeah, more than likely we'll just call it here shortly. Keep charts open in case a headline hits or something like that. But there's really, as far as like actual actions in the market, there is nothing to do right here. Nothing to do. 5 minutes shows a little bit of exhaustion. Year to date volume point of control is up here at 832, just above prior day high. Mm, yeah, I think we call it honestly. I mean, there's nothing happening here. NQ's up 1.5%. Contract roll week. It's making volume unclear. FOMC Wednesday. Not to mention the price action. Just drift higher. So we caught one little scalp. And that is all she wrote. That is all she wrote right there. I'm going to call it. That's a wrap. I wish there was more happening, but hey, this is one of the realities of being a trader. This is one of the realities. You got to pay attention to the environment, have to pay attention to the conditions, right? Not every day is going to be a big day. Not every day is going to be even an eventful day at all. So, thanks for your time, folks. Bit of a snoozer, but we'll look again tomorrow, see what's available. It's a small scalp day. And for me, that's a win today. That was a win today. So we'll take it. Hope you guys had a good morning. We'll keep it going in the Traders Think Tank here in case there's a headline or something like that. But I think our time is better spent elsewhere this morning. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care.